You may go live.
All right, y'all. Watch what you say.
Hi, YouTube. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Sit back and relax and ask questions today. I don't have a guest. So,
Good morning. Court Radio is now in session. Call 215-227-2727. When you've got legal questions, we've got the answers. This is Court Radio. And now here's your host, Dean Weitzman.
Yes. Good morning. I am your host. I am Dean Weitzman. Every Saturday morning, I'm still Dean Weitzman, and I am still the host of Court Radio. Right here on 100.3 WRNB.
And Classics 1079.
Legal's out of the way.
Yes,
we
it
can
is.
move on to interesting topics. Folks, last week was our live broadcast.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, we did. It was, and we really, I won't speak for you guys, but you can chime in. I was really impressed and touched by how many Court Radio listeners made the effort to jump on multiple forms of transportation to get to this live show out in Chester County, Pennsylvania.
They came by car. They came by bus.
Boats,
buses. They came.
Yeah.
Plane,
They-
trains, and automobiles.
They came.
But what did you guys think? Was it?
No, it was fun.
It was.
I want to shout out the whole team.
Oh yes, for
You know
sure.
what I
I
mean?
mean, our team.
Yeah.
Our team.
yes.
Our team
Yeah.
was super
There was,
duper.
there was like, I think 9 or 10, in addition to us,
Right.
of people that were there to support us.
It was
great.
Like being on a set of a major TV station.
Yeah, it was a
studio.
production.
It was a big production.
It was a
Yeah.
big production.
And we're going to do that at least twice a year.
Nice.
So our next show, we're going to find a date in probably October.
Okay.
And
Nice, cool month.
Yeah,
we're gonna find a location this time in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Ooh, what you got in mind?
I don't.
Hint,
I'm not.
Hint, hint.
I'm not going to lay anything out right now. I'm not laying anything out. But we are excited, and it really worked well, and so we're gonna keep doing it. And so thank you to the listeners and our followers on YouTube for participating.
Two takeaways.
It was great.
First of all, you gave out some extraordinary gifts.
Yes.
I did not expect the Lionel Richie Earth, Wind, and Fire ticket, people. Man,
That was
That's big.
that's
that was
big.
big.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's
Ooh,
very big.
You went up another notch.
Yeah.
And
And that listener who got the tickets, she's going to get to sit on Lionel Richie's lap.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
All night long?
All night long.
All night long.
Endless love.
She does have to sign a disclaimer, though.
Yeah, she might be
What
too
could
much.
possibly go
She might be too much of a brick house.
Yeah. Okay.
The Hong Fong Mark's Food Market was exceptional.
Really good.
Did you get downstairs? Did anybody get downstairs to
I
see
did.
the market itself?
I did. When I didn't know how to get up, I went
okay.
downstairs with the
Yeah.
market real quick, and that's the fish.
Yep.
The aisles.
Everything
They
you
were,
said was true about the fish and
Yes.
the market.
Yeah, they have fresh fish and have like fishmongers that are there that will kill the fish and fillet the fish for you. I mean, you're getting the freshest of fresh,
Right.
And their produce is really good too. I was impressed. It's near me, so I can get out there. I go there at least once a week.
I can see why.
Yeah.
It's a very relaxing place for one to dine. And my God, not just for us, but that place was kind of busy
Yes.
at that time of morning.
Yeah, if you're looking for some dumplings, that's
Yeah, they were great. By the way.
they had
Good call
like
by you.
a whole Asian food court upstairs. It's like going to a food court in China. Like it's like
And the menu is in English and in Chinese. Yes, both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, we had a great time. So let's go back to the show today. We're gonna have some topics. And but I really want to hear from our listeners. So if you've got a legal issue, question, problem, or you just want to comment about something about the show, today's the day for you to give us a call. We're going to get as many callers on as possible. 215-227-2727, the number for all things legal in Philly. 215-227-2727 gets you right into the show today, and we'll take your legal questions. If you're on YouTube watching, post your questions. Carly's going to shoot them over to me, and you're going to become a part of the Court Radio family. That's the way it happens. You ask a question, we start to learn your name. We show you some love.
Amen.
Yep. There you go.
Amen, brother.
I was thinking today, what makes a good lawyer a good lawyer?
You were thinking about that?
I was on my way in from the shore.
I think it's the tie.
Yeah, you think it's
what makes a good lawyer?
It's got to be the shoes.
Is it the shoes?
It's got to be the shoes.
Nah, it's the tie. Power tie, purple, not red, purple.
I was looking at some other lawyers, right? Because I'm doing something for my website, and I'm going to be taping, and other lawyers have these little, couple of second introduction and to welcome you to the website.
Okay.
And I was looking at these others, and they looked like I don't know, drones. Like,
what do you mean?
I mean, I don't want to, compare myself to others, but sometimes you got to. They just looked uncomfortable in their own skin. Oh. There was a lack of authenticity. They just weren't. They weren't being themselves, whoever themselves are. And
they were like AI Terminator personalities.
Yeah, and it looked fake.
Wow.
And when you're trying a case in front of a jury, if that's the way you look and that's the presentation you make, you're not going to be happy with the results.
Well, I'm
juries can sense inauthentic, and that's kind of what I need to try to get my clients to do. When you're a client of mine, and you're scared, you're not used to the process,
like depositions,
and depositions are so important because they kind of tell the whole story and they show the other side how you'll present to the jury. And so if you look inauthentic, you're telling the story about how the accident happened and what your injuries are. If you're telling that story in a way that doesn't feel right, that's bad. That's really bad. You need to convey to the jury what happened, how it happened, what your injuries are, how you've suffered from those injuries. And if that presentation by you is not authentic, you're off to a very bad start.
You're being judged the moment this whole thing begins.
Yeah.
You're as we spoke about last week, your social media pages. You're being judged there. And you're going to be judged as soon as someone sees your face.
Right.
As soon as you walk into the room.
Right. So I guess a good lawyer would be able to prepare a client to present their story in a more authentic manner so that the jury...
That's certainly something I try to do.
You try to do.
But I want to say, and this is the truth, some clients are just not authentic. They put forth BS.
No matter what.
They believe their own BS.
Right.
And it's hard to get them to see themselves in an authentic way.
Right. You got to be the client whisperer.
Well, yeah. I mean, and it's just so important for clients to do that, to be able to do that, to be able to be real.
Are there experts that can help folks with this part of the process? I really don't know.
There are.
Really? Oh, okay.
Well, there are experts that help us pick juries.
Sure.
And so those folks know what juries are thinking and how they react to the way things are said.
And this is what these people do.
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess the truth is the truth, so...
It is, but, yes, the truth is the truth, but sometimes how you say the truth,
how you present it, matters.
Matters.
Gotcha.
All right, we got a caller. I just want to remind folks we're going to be taking your calls. We're going to get you on. If you call now, we'll find the time for you. 215-227-2727, and that goes for you guys on YouTube. Post your questions or comments, and Carly will relay them. Line 1, Marie. Good morning, Marie, and welcome to Court Radio.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, what's happening in your life today?
Well, I had solar contract with, is it okay if I say the name?
You sure can. Throw them
Synovia?
throw them right under the bus.
Yeah, because they went Chapter 11, and somebody else has my contract now. I still pay this monthly, and it's not saving on my electricity like it was. And they told me that I had to pay to get it repaired, and I went out, and I don't know what to do. I see a lot of advertisement on my phone about getting you out, but I'm not really sure what to do because there's so much phoniness out here. I don't know what to do.
That's just what we're talking about today, phoniness. And you hit the nail on the head with that word. Well, first of all, so much of your relationship with someone in this instance is dictated by a contract, right? And so one of the things that I would caution you and ask you to do is to look at your contract, because it's possible that when they declared bankruptcy, that was your out. That, at that point, you no longer had an obligation to that company or anybody else for that matter.
But if that isn't specifically in the contract, then that's kind of a gray area you can attack.
If it's not in the contract and the party went Chapter 11, I still don't believe that you're obligated to follow along with the new company because you never agreed to enter into a contract with that new company.
So it voids it.
There's no offer. There's no acceptance. There's no elements that make a contract. Her relationship with the predecessor company was based on the contract.
Got it.
And so I don't know that you need anybody to get you out of it. It may just be that you need to send a letter to the new company saying that you're not going to have them service your account. Now, the problem is that you got equipment sitting up on your roof. And maybe it's doing damage. Maybe if it's leaking up there, it's causing problems. I don't know. I've never had any solar experience one way or the other. So you may need to have somebody. You may need to have somebody come take it to repair it, to take it down. Maybe a new company would agree to undertake a repair if you entered into a contract with them. But I don't believe you have an obligation to stay with the old company. Unfortunately, you also probably don't have a claim against the old company. That claim was probably discharged in the bankruptcy. And so if they had an obligation to do repairs, let's say, on your behalf for the equipment, that went out the window when they declared bankruptcy. And unfortunately, when we enter into an agreement with a company, this is the bigger takeaway from this, Marie, we're always hopeful that that company stays in business, because if that company goes bankrupt and they owe us something, probably what they owe us is out the window. You have you can file a claim with the bankruptcy court. You may get a few pennies on the dollar, but more often than not, you get screwed. That's the bottom line.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Marie. Have a great day.
Indeed, that's the purpose of bankruptcy. Folks do that for that protection.
Of course.
Companies, so
yeah,
that
companies.
can happen.
Like, for instance, I have seen so many unfortunate souls who, give $30,000 to a guy who says he's going to make a new bathroom for you. He's one of those guys who works in the neighborhood, and he's going to build you a bathroom. And maybe you've seen him build somebody a bathroom. I don't know. So you give him he needs money to get supplies.
Yeah, get stuff.
And it's going to be $60,000 to build the bathroom, but he's going to take $30,000 up front and $30,000 at the end. He takes the $30,000 from you, and he comes once or twice, buys a few pieces of material, and you never see him again. And if he declares bankruptcy, if he's like legit enough to actually declare bankruptcy, and he didn't completely just fraud you, you're never getting another nickel out of that guy. Ever.
Even if he gets back on his feet.
No.
Well, if he declared bankruptcy and the bankruptcy court discharged your contract, you're not getting it.
Right.
Wow.
End of story. Now, so I caution people, know who you're dealing with. If you're not dealing with a national company, you better give them money little bit at a time. You give them enough that if you get ripped off, you're not going to lose your shirt over it. You know, you can't hand somebody half the money for a job and hope that they come back tomorrow. You know, you got to be very cautious about what you're doing. 215-227-2727. You know, you just put that number in your cell phone, and you put Dean down in there, or My Philly Lawyer. Put Dean, put My Philly Lawyer. And when the need arises, call me first. It's as simple as that. How many people have I heard from over the years who sheepishly call the show and say, can you tell me why I only got $5.50 from this case? And I say, well, if you listen to the show, why
are you calling somebody else?
Yeah, makes no sense. But, you know, some people are, at that moment when they're in an accident, their head goes blank, you know, and then maybe like the tow truck guy comes by or the ambulance guy, and he sticks a business card in your hand, and you don't know any better, and you start calling, and or you're watching
saw a billboard,
of dog law, and you know, whatever the guy.
You're real hype.
Yeah.
You got two names.
Yeah.
I was watching, actually. This reminds me that last night I was watching late night TV. It's not a place to be if you want, you know, if you want to get good lawyers. You probably shouldn't be watching late night TV. But there was a guy in a sharp suit, right, nice tie, and it says on the screen, "I am not a lawyer," with an arrow pointing to him. Mm-hmm. So what you're doing, folks, is you're calling an aggregator, a company that grabs your information and then passes it on to a lawyer.
Aggregator,
yeah. They aggregate cases. They pull in cases, information from you, and then they give it to a lawyer. But you don't know the lawyer they're giving it to. They spin a wheel. I get 1 million calls a week for me to become one of the lawyers on that wheel. I refuse. But they spin a wheel, and some lawyer gets the case, and you get a call from a lawyer, and that's who you got. You don't know this guy from Adam.
So even if you're not affiliated, they just spin a wheel and just pick a lawyer?
No. Those lawyers pay them to be on their wheel. Oh. They pay to be on the wheel. The aggregator, who's not a lawyer, sounds sharp, dresses sharp, has a good story.
And really charismatic.
Yeah.
Very charismatic.
Well, this
Always
guy,
loud.
He was selling his watch. He said, "I'll give you my watch."
Yeah.
Well, not really my watch, but if you got a case, you'll get enough money to buy a watch.
You know what I hear? I'm Earl Scheib. I'll paint any car anywhere for $19.95.
$99.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Like, this is a really important decision in your life. If you've been involved in a serious accident and you've got an injury, it's a really important decision, you know? You don't want to call the guy screaming at you on the tube who's not a lawyer,
right,
who's going to spin the wheel and send your case to somebody you know nothing about.
The loudest guy in the room is the weakest guy in the room.
I don't understand people. All right, Alex.
Line 2?
Line 2, Alex, yes. Good morning, Alex, and welcome to Court Radio.
Good day, everyone.
Hey, Alex.
Good day. So shalom. How are you, Dean?
I'm well, thank you, brother. How about yourself?
I'm okay. And my brother from my other mother, Mr. Glenn, how are you, sir?
I'm well. Good to hear your voice, man.
And our favorite DJ, of course, Mr. E, Big E, how are you?
I'm good, baby. Thank you for the compliment.
Alex has got everybody. Don't forget Carly.
Carly
got
Quinn.
a little.
I can't forget her. Okay.
Yeah, got a little tear in her eye.
Got a little emotional.
All right, Alex, get to it. Get to it. Give us the question.
I don't know if you can help me, but I figured I'd throw it out there. Trouble with the IRS.
I know all about that, Alex.
Yeah, my employer didn't take out enough taxes, and I found that out after filing with my tax professional. They said, "Yeah, you owe the IRS because they didn't take out enough." Now, my thing is, what could I do to rectify the situation? We already know what the problem is. As a friend of mine would say, may he rest in peace, but he said, how can I get to the solution? And that's what we want to focus on.
Yeah.
The solution.
Well, I can tell you that the solution is not going to be that you don't owe the money that you owe. So let's get that straight. You're going to, whatever you owe, you owe. You're not going to be able to point the finger at your employer and say they messed me up. However, that story will get you some sympathy from the IRS to the extent that they probably would allow you to go on to a very generous pay plan to pay them out over time if that was something that you needed to do. You also should tell your employer to deduct more. You know, sometimes you can say, like, you know, single 7 dependents.
Right, on the W-2, right?
And what happens is they take less taxes because they assume with 7 dependents, you'll have more write-offs, and they take less taxes.
Right.
You want to put down, you know, single 1 dependent, and then they take the maximum out of every check.
So really it's kind of about, you know, he should probably talk to an accountant.
He needs to have his accountant tell him, you know,
how to fill out his W-2.
Yeah, it's not a W-2. It's a
W-4.
Yeah, it's a W-4.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
And that'll solve that problem, or should solve that problem. And the story itself, Alex, is, you know, that's probably something that'll at least get you a deal with the IRS.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's what the tax professional told me. He said, fill out another W-4, and he wrote down an amount that, you know, they suggested that I take out, you know, and he gave me a card to someone that could possibly help me. He said, you could call the IRS, but, you know, try calling one, because, you know, they always had these people on the line saying, we can eliminate your taxes, blah, 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 you know, all the hype. You know, and I'm like, I don't know. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is.
Well, yeah. I mean, usually all they'll do is what you're going to do is make a deal with the IRS.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's probably not all that much you owe them, but whatever it is, if it's not something, if it's not something you can write a check for in a lump sum, I'm sure they'll do a payment plan. And maybe even you can arrange. Now, yeah, they'll do a payment plan, and you'll make payments to them separate and apart from your employer.
Because here's the thing, Dean. I just got out of a hole with the IRS through. I'm sure you're familiar with Ameriprise.
Yeah.
Well, I had an account with them where it was supposedly a regular savings account. Come to find out, I talked to the IRS. They reported it as a stock. And then they invested my money, a certain amount of money that I had invested in this account. You know, they loaned it out. And I'm like, what's going on? They said it was unreported income. I'm like, huh? That's money out of my paycheck that I put into an account that's already been taxed.
Right.
How you going to do that?
He's double dipping.
You know,
Well, no, there may have been a, you know, when you have an investment account, you get a 1099 at the end of the year for the earnings in that investment account. Now the thing is, you know, usually it has to be realized earnings. You actually have to buy and sell and close the loop there. But sometimes it's an account that, you know, even though you're not taking anything out and you haven't bought or sold, maybe every transaction in there is a taxable event. I don't know. But anyway, you're out of that trouble and into a new one.
out of a jelly
you know,
into
I
a
guess
jam.
the problems of the first world. You know, Alex is a man of means, and
It sounds like it.
Yeah, he's got issues with the tax man, but you'll solve them. I have all the faith in the world, Alex.
It's coming.
Yep.
I certainly hope so, because this is a killer. I mean, you know, trying to get blood out of the stone.
Listen, I know you got my number memorized. God forbid, if you need me, if you're down at 6th and Market, wearing bracelets, you give me a call.
I hope it doesn't to come down to that.
I hope so too,
Doing the
brother.
walk.
I hope so too. All right, Alex, take care. Have a great Saturday.
Thanks a lot. Y'all can have a great day.
You too, Alex.
215-227-2727. The number for all things legal. Let's see here. Line 1, Ruben.
Sir, how you doing today?
We're well, Ruben.
Ruben.
What's going on in your world, sir?
All right, I'm really caught up for my son. He's young. He's 23. He bought a car almost a year ago. He's been having a problem with it from day one. The first week, he didn't have no lights. He was down in Coatesville, coming home that night.
I assume this is a used car.
From a dealer.
But yes, but
That's all.
yeah, from
used.
used. Okay, go ahead. Lights not working. Go ahead.
Yeah, he finally had to get that fixed because he had to take it back to the courts and let them look at it so the judge can not fine him. Okay, but after that, the car been like in the shop about 4 or 5 times with them. They have no paperwork. Okay, the year just came
What do you
up.
mean they have no paperwork? What's that mean?
He said he don't have no paperwork on what they done.
Oh, no bill, no receipt, no bill, no nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But the car is back into the same predicament. I had it towed 3 times for him over there. It's still been there since February.
What year?
Now,
What year is this car? What year is it?
It's a 2014 Grand Cherokee.
Yeah. So it's a.
I just pulled up on the facts. What you call that? Which kind of facts? To look at the car, see where it's been at,
Carfax?
who did it.
Carfax.
Yes, Carfax. Okay, this supposed to have been something like an oil pump, because when he went to get the oil change about 5 months ago, they told him, "Oh, your oil is really leaking real bad." Okay, so I told it and took it back to them. They claimed they fixed it. But when he got to Coatesville again and started acting up, we had to go get it towed and put it back over there. But the whole problem is he's been paying the payment on time. And it seems like nobody's trying to do anything what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, the bank's not involved, so the bank wants their money.
All right. So here's what I'm going to suggest. For one thing, go to the dealership and ask them to print out from their computer all of the work that they've done on the car since he's owned it. They should be able to print that out and give you a comprehensive bill, receipt, inventory of the work done. And it was done. And then I would have him bring the car to another dealership or mechanical shop where they can tell him what is wrong with the car and how much it's going to cost to fix it. Because at the end of the day, if you want to bring a claim against the dealership because you claim that they didn't honor their warranty within the warranty period and didn't make the repairs that they promised.
If there was a warranty.
Yeah. He says there was a warranty.
Okay.
So if you're claiming that they breached the contract because they didn't make the repairs appropriately, then you're going to need to know how much it's going to cost to make those repairs, and you're going to need to get that information from another shop so that you know how much to ask for. If you want to sue the dealership, which I'm suggesting might be in the cards for your son, you need to know, am I asking for $100, $500, $1,000? What's going to be the cost to repair the car to bring it back to where it's supposed to be? And for that, you need to get another repair shop to give you an estimate of damages or repair bill.
Okay.
And then you need the repair history from the first place. And the reason I want you to have that is to show the court when the car was there and that it was, in fact, there during the warranty period because it's now beyond the warranty period.
Do you suggest like a dealership, like a Jeep dealership?
Listen, a legit dealership is always good, or a really legit mechanic
certified,
shop.
not your homie's boy who does good work.
No. A place that actually has a letterhead. All right, I hope that's helped you, Ruben. But we're all up against the break, and unfortunately, we got to give our sponsors their moment of glory.
Who are they again?
All right, yep.
Maybe you'll find out if you listen carefully. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
forgot how loud that was.
YouTube-ish. Any questions?
Hey, guys.
Comments?
One question. Someone wants to know if we can get an example on what a phony client would look like, or how can you tell if they're faking it?
I'm a really good judge of character, and I think I am, and I can just sense. I can just sense bullshit, I guess.
I mean,
I got a very delicate bullshit meter.
So if a client comes to you and it's not really
somebody,
authentic.
It's not. I'm going to be clear here. There's a lot of people who are not comfortable in the process, and that's okay. I'm not saying that you need to be a professional witness. We can practice and practice, and your level of comfort will increase because it will become familiar. But what I can't teach is authenticness. Like, if you come across like you're full of shit, it's really hard for me to change that.
I mean, the truth is the truth, though. I mean, it's
The
like
truth
when
will set you free.
When you present the truth, authenticity really comes across a lot better because you're saying the truth.
Listen,
Some people present better than others.
But the truth is the truth.
That might just be a level of comfort that and what's the word I'm looking for? Polish that somebody might have.
Right.
I can polish
Most people?
Yes, I can polish most people.
Okay.
That's not the problem.
No.
Gotcha.
It's those who maybe, there's a little bit of property damage to the car, and you've got some injury, but it's not objectively a huge injury, and you want to try to convince me or somebody else that this has been the worst event in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
I'm Dean Weitzman.
Yeah.
You're back on Court Radio, and I am the host.
Every day, all day.
We
Good
got
morning.
co-hosts, Mr. Glenn. We got technical supervision from
Is that what he is?
Mr. Jackson.
Just give me, I'll take it.
title, yeah.
I'll
He's-
take it.
He's the tech spec,
Text back.
and we
What is
got
Carly?
She's our digital queen.
Yeah.
Ah, you're good.
Yeah, the digital queen.
Digital queen.
And she was screwing in a camera just now, so
Doing the digital queen thing.
yeah, not too much she won't do for her job. She loves it that much. She's never on camera. She's got this big smile with the dimples.
If there's one person in this studio that's camera friendly, it's her.
Yeah,
It is.
she
really
makes
is.
all of us look good.
Really does.
Yeah, true that.
All right. I'm going to stop drawing attention. She's blushing over there.
Dean, listen,
yeah.
there are a couple of topics here. Right?
Okay.
And,
Yes. All right.
we had some great calls.
Yes, we did. And we're going to come back to calls. Listen, folks, if you've got an issue, we've got the solution. 215-227-2727. Give us a call.
What
But
jumps out at you?
there was a case in front of the Supreme Court this term that involved a man who smoked marijuana a lot
A lot.
and owned guns. And the police came into his house. I'm not sure how they got in there, but they came in legally. And he showed him around, and he showed him his guns.
Wait, why were they there? Was there a call or something?
That's irrelevant.
That doesn't matter?
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
But they were there legally, and he showed them around, and they saw the guns, and they snatched the guns. And they said, you can't own guns because you smoke marijuana.
How'd they know that?
He told them.
He told them, or the smell was there.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hard. It was like Cheech and Chong in that house.
Okay, up in smoke.
Yeah. I mean, you're familiar, right?
I saw the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So, so the Supreme Court, they took his guns based on a law in Texas that barred somebody from owning guns who regularly uses illegal drugs. And I guess in Texas, at the time, it was illegal to use marijuana, right? So that's what I'm figuring. And the Supreme Court said a broad federal ban on gun ownership by marijuana users is not allowed. We're going to forbid states from enacting laws in a broad sense that says if you use marijuana,
regardless of reason.
Yeah, regardless of reason.
Medicinal,
exactly,
recreational,
and that's where I want to go.
We're drawing the line.
But I don't think I don't think you can draw the line between medicinal and recreational.
Right.
I mean, if you use, you use, and if the fear is that you're using a drug and therefore you'd be a danger if you owned a gun. I mean, if that's the thinking in the legislature, then whether it's recreational or medicinal shouldn't matter. So a broad assertion that a marijuana user is not allowed to own a gun has been dispelled by the Supreme Court. So you can now own a gun and smoke it up. But if you're using that gun while you're smoking it up, and
you're probably going to miss.
You're probably now beginning to get to a place factually where if they were to enact a law that said, using a gun while intoxicated is against the law, and if you do that, we're going to forever take away your guns. I don't think the Supreme Court addressed that issue.
Well, it's like DUI, right? Once a DUI, you're affected with, you're slapped with that. You're not driving again, for instance, or your privileges get taken away, right? So
the hard thing here is
if you commit a crime under the influence, right?
Right.
That's what you're saying.
But we've quantified that, right? We have quantified that if you have more than, let's say, 0.08 blood alcohol level, you're on that border where you're going to be illegal, right? Certainly 0.1 is going to be illegal probably in every state. Mm-hmm. So we've quantified that. So if you have a drink and you're 0.04, you're capable of driving. You're not considered legally intoxicated or under the influence.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We do not have that with marijuana.
We have not. There's no measurement at all. We don't do the breathalyzer.
Yes.
It's just.
Is it time for this?
I don't know that there's a test yet that is sophisticated enough to determine how high you are or when you got high. Like sometimes if you take a gummy, not that I have, right? I'm not suggesting that. But sometimes if you take a gummy the night before, go to sleep and wake up the next morning, you might still feel a little bit under the influence. Not somebody who's an experienced marijuana user who has years and years under their belts of toking and woking, But some people who toke and wake, they wake up a little bit buzzed still. Now, if you get behind the wheel of a car the next morning and you had a drink the night before, you're not going to be under the influence. No way. Your liver has gotten rid of that.
Well, there's the hangover.
Okay, you might have a hangover. Listen, I guess if you drink enough, maybe you're right. If you're like one of them guys who is plastered, maybe you are still under the influence the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway,
He raises a good point. There really is no, like he said, quantitative measure for marijuana users. And I'm here to tell you, folks driving are smoking all the time. I mean, every other person I believe is probably under the influence.
Really?
I'm positive, and I'm pretty sure. Listen, if they drug tested in the NBA, half the league would be done. Everyone smokes.
How did they do that and perform? Like, again, not that I used, but I would think
it affects people differently.
Right.
Some people get so tuned in after they've been smoking.
Yeah.
And then, like John Sally said, he finally smoked during the game. He was like, "Whoa, this is what y'all been experiencing. No pain,
right.
Relaxed. It's a different feeling.
That's crazy.
Right, but going
That's
back,
crazy.
going back to Pennsylvania.
I might, maybe I should try that before my next trial.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, Your Honor.
Hey, Your Honor.
I like that.
Do you know, folks? Hold on. I need to
Twinkies?
stop with that. People don't act like that when they're high. Think about it.
If you're somebody who gets high on a daily basis, I would agree with you. But
That's what we're talking about here. The gun user is one of those guys.
If you get high once in a blue moon, you are that guy.
But yeah, but going back,
you're not.
but going back to Pennsylvania, So, in Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to have a gun if you're a medicinal marijuana
That's true.
user. So if you have a
That's out the window.
It's out the window.
I believe with the Supreme Court case, that's if you make a generalized statement that if you're a marijuana user, you can't own a gun. I think that's been
It's gone.
addressed by this Supreme Court decision.
Nice.
Yeah, get gunned up.
So go get it.
The last thing people under the influence of marijuana want to do is anything aggressive or violent. You've all seen folks.
So wait,
people, you get chill.
You just made a statement earlier, though, that you said everybody is affected in a different way. So are you saying, generally speaking, everybody on marijuana is chill?
Listen, ask any marijuana user, why do they smoke in the first place?
Relaxation.
And that's what it does. I'm for, listen, forget tear gas. You got a crowd of disruptive people, spray that. Give all that THC, and nobody, they're going to forget what they were there to protest for in the first place. Everybody's going to love them on, and then everybody's going to get the munchies.
Yep.
We're going to run downtown, eat, and next thing you know, we've got an economic boom.
The Girl Scout cookies, baby.
Please.
Put them there.
It's the truth, Dean. I'm sorry.
Right, let's take a caller. We got to remember what we're here for, okay?
There you go.
Line one, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, welcome to Court Radio.
Hi, how are you?
Good. You laughing at us or with us?
Both.
I'm laughing. Both.
Okay. All right.
So
Fair enough.
I have power of attorney over my mother. And I went to a bank to do a transaction, and this one teller or platform person, told me they couldn't do the service for me. So he called somebody else. It was on a weekend. It was on a Saturday, and this took place a year ago. And it just recently happened again on June 18th. So the story is I went in there. He told me I couldn't do what I needed to do. He called somebody else over. They called their manager because, I guess in the branches, they don't work their branches that they work at. And they asked me if I could come back on Monday. So I came back, and I forgot, the most important thing is, with the man who waited on me, who said that he couldn't do the service and had to call somebody else over, call the back office on a Saturday, he told me before I left that I was a typical angry black woman. I let all that slide.
Wow.
I think he wanted me to explode, but I didn't. So now,
Wow.
June the 18th,
That was really good on your part.
Lucky, yeah.
Yeah. You showed some incredible restraint there, young lady.
Proud of you.
Were you smoking? Were you
Stop. I knew you
smoking?
were going to go there. And look how effective it was.
Right. All right.
No vices.
Okay.
Okay.
So I went back on June the 18th, 2026 to renew something, and he refused to do the transaction. He said, I can't do anything for you. You got to bring your mom in. So I asked to speak to the manager. The manager went ahead, but this person, I think he got a personal problem with me. So I'm going to write a letter because I was very displeased. And this is the second time this person, I don't even know him. I came in to do a bank transaction, has inconvenienced me. I have stuff to do.
All right. I want to listen, Lisa. I want to make a suggestion to you, okay? And I make this suggestion to everybody who has a power of attorney. If you have a power of attorney, number one, go to the bank where you're going to be doing business and bring the power of attorney.
That's what I was about to ask. Do you have a document?
And hand it to the bank manager and
already
have them make it a part of mom's
already-
file.
Right.
And the banks will retitle accounts. It will, let's say mom's, Sandra Smith. They're going to put Sandra Smith and Rihanna Smith, comma, power of attorney, so that your name is actually on the account as her power of attorney. They will so title the account. At the very least, the power of attorney should be made a part of the bank's file, and then it'll probably come up in notes or whatever. You should not have to deal with this. Nobody should. And people cycle in and cycle out of the bank, and rightfully so. They may be fearful that somebody's overreaching on an elderly person. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you bring that power of attorney to the bank, and if necessary, have them retitle the account with your name on it as well as her power of attorney.
Yeah, that's done. It's documented. It's there. It's there. He's the only one.
Okay. Then he needs to be taken out back. He needs to be taken out back and beaten.
Don't
yeah.
do that.
And then call Dean.
Don't do that. You showed so much restraint.
Continue to do so.
Okay. All right.
It's there. It's there. The document is there. The manager saw it and this and that.
Okay.
And I said if he had a problem with me, he should have let me go to another customer service rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And let me ask you also if you could check with the bank if they would consider retitling the account with your name on it as your mom's power of attorney, so that you're not the account holder, but you're listed as her power of attorney in the title of the account, which might prevent this from happening in the future.
It is.
Oh. Well, then, darn, girl, you've done everything I've suggested.
I don't get it.
I think I need you to come work for me.
No.
It was personal. It was personal because I did tell him, you don't know your job. I made him aware about how power of attorney works and everything. I even brought it in. I brought the paper one in because I had already filed it. It was already on the file. He could see it. It was personal.
Then he should be. Then he should have been disciplined by the bank for inconveniencing
How
you.
high can she go? Like
she can go to the bank manager, the branch manager.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's high enough. But if she doesn't feel like she's gotten satisfaction from the branch manager, I would go to a vice president. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa, for bringing that interesting topic to our show today.
Okay, thank you.
Bye now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She took all the proper steps.
She did. All right, we're up against our next break. I do have another topic to discuss, and that is slot machines. We're going to come.
Still games. Dude.
Yeah, slot
Still
machines.
games.
Slot machines. Slot machine, slot machine, slot machine. All right, we're going to be back in 2 minutes after our sponsors have a little say with you. But if you're on the line and you'd like to ask a question, give us a call at 215-227-2727, the number for all things legal in Philly. I stepped on my own shit. Second, you're on the ground in pain.
oh boy.
Ooh.
I remember Afro Man won a big case.
Yeah.
Because he got high. Because he got high. Because he got high.
That man.
Yeah.
That man
Yeah.
can smoke them with the best of them.
Up in smoke.
Yeah.
On the tube, they're engaging. Everyone's commenting on their highness.
Their Highness.
Their
Highness.
Best way to go live.
Yeah. Who's high on tube today now at 9:50 a.m. on a Saturday morning in Philadelphia? Who's getting high?
Well, Miss Loretta said she doesn't think everyone gets high.
I mean,
And then Keenan, our loyalty listener, Keenan says best grades in high school started when I found marijuana.
Best what?
His best grades. In high school.
that's interesting.
Well, my son has ADHD. Maybe I should start, getting him high.
I don't know.
He'll focus better.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
Keenan was saying that his best grades only started in high school once he got high.
Listen, Keenan, we played when we were number one in the country and the state and the city. All those balls, Lou, C9, all of them got high before every game. Every game.
Interesting.
If they drug tested the NBA right now, it would be oh God, everybody be banned.
Yeah.
Yeah. FIFA, Parking Authority. Dean, do you want to go to a World Cup game? I heard it was a great experience.
No. I'll take a hard no on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't go on World Cup tours.
Not a World Cup guy.
No. In fact, I don't even. I was sitting at I was smoking a cigar last night.
I'm sorry, you were smoking what?
A cigar.
Cigar, bro.
Yeah, at the lounge that I was in last night.
Right.
And the game was on, and this woman. I mean, they scored a goal. It was 3-0. Oh my God! It was like she was having a baby. You know, the sounds coming out of her, like these hoots and
was
hollers.
she Brazil or Haiti?
She must have been Brazil because she was happy they scored another goal.
All right, so
and she was waving things and she was doing dances.
It's a different cultural thing with these folks, man.
Yeah, all right.
It's a life experience, they say.
I step over them. I do not participate in that stuff.
We had this conversation. There are a lot of new people in town for this and other things.
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of new
and I welcome them
humanity.
As the ambassador of Philadelphia's legal community. I welcome you to Philadelphia. God bless you and God keep you. And should something bad happen, 215-227-2727. Brother, sister, I love you.
Regardless of the language, the number doesn't change.
The number is always the number. Okay, so what did I say? I'm sorry, I stepped over on you.
Well, no, you're fine. But I just wanted, has business increased with all the influx of new people? Nothing, you've noticed no change in the meter?
You know,
Nothing.
It's funny you say that because every day I get a list of the calls who called into the office for new matters. And yes, recently that list has been extraordinarily long. So maybe it is from people in I don't know that to be the case, but maybe. But we're here to serve everyone, whether you live in the city or are visiting the city. My Philly lawyer is your lawyer.
Stupid question. If the person speaks another
stupid questions.
Thank you. We got a lot of humanity from all over the world. If someone speaks another language,
oh, that's a stupid question.
Thanks, Steve.
You got them all, baby.
You got them all, right?
You got them all.
Yeah, we have many of our employees, our dedicated staff, our team members, however you want to phrase it today, speak languages other than English, whether it's Chinese, and there's both Cantonese Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. We have 2 speakers in the office, one on each. We have Russian, Ukrainian, Vietnamese, Spanish. We got a lot. And listen, if we don't have your language, I'll hire somebody who does.
There you go.
Yeah.
Last weekend, we were in the mall, and we were doing it simulcast in English and in Chinese.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You yourself impressed us with your Chinese linguistics.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That was impressive, D.
Daji hao
Oh, see, there
pan
it
yo.
goes. Yeah.
That's a little Mandarin for you.
Not just the
morning.
curse words. He knows the real words.
Yeah. Welcome to My Philly Lawyer, where you are heard.
Yes.
And that's not being facetious.
Yep.
We really do listen to our clients because, hell, that's who we're here to serve. And, they when you listen as an attorney, if you're a student of your client, there's so much that you can learn to help them navigate their problems and to be authentic. Getting back to what we started with.
Amen.
All right, let's talk to Angel.
Hey.
Angel.
Heaven must be missing.
Line 3, Eric. Sorry. Line 3, Angel.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you. What's happening?
Hi. Well, first, a commendation. I think you guys are amazing. Every single guest is very astute, very sharp. I'm going to rush along because I have some quick questions. I think I'll just tell you the questions and then you can answer them since we're up against the hour. The first question is Burlington. I went in there. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that. But I went into a retail store, and when I was there, when I walked in the door, the guy said, "Hold still. I'm going to take a picture." And the camera above kind of did a standstill or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Well, why are you doing that? Like, do you do this to all the customers?" Now, I probably wouldn't have said anything, but this is the second time it had occurred. Mm. So he said, "Oh, yeah, we do it to everyone." Well, they don't. So do I have grounds for, like, defamation of character or something? Because I don't know why they're singling me out for that.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Defamation, I can give you the legal definition of defamation is probably not fit within that.
That's a stretch, don't you think? I don't know.
I mean, I guess she's asking about discrimination.
Is that what it is?
Well,
it
might be.
Right.
Defamation is the act of making false statements about a person or entity that, in fact, damage their reputation or character.
So we're really talking discrimination.
It's got to be either spoken or written. This was not either of them.
Right.
This was an act.
Right.
And it made her feel a certain way. And I'm not suggesting she was wrong for feeling that way.
Right.
But I don't think it's defamation. And I don't think it's slander. It's not libel. So I don't think it fits in any of the definitions of those. I would say it's a reason not to go back to Burlington Coat Factory. And by the way, you can throw them under. Sometimes people are fearful of actually, but you know what? If you were defaming them by your verbal statement to me that they that they did something improper, then you might have a reason not to use their name. But the truth is always a defense to defamation. Right. And so if you're speaking the truth about some company, whether it's polite, whether it's shows them in a good light, doesn't matter. If it's the truth will always set you free. So, Angel, you have not defamed them. You've spoken the truth. And Burlington Coat Factory doesn't deserve your business. Stop going there.
Amen.
Now, to rush along, my daughter had a criminal case that she did take care of the criminal part of. Do you have a civil lawyer that she can go to because she was attacked and she was victorious regarding the criminal end?
Yes. The answer is yes. We have represented folks who have brought civil actions against policing agencies and cities and states for inappropriate arrests, for using too much force, et cetera, et cetera. In fact, we've gotten our clients as much as $1 million for those types of cases. But yes, I need to speak to your daughter. I need to understand the facts, and she's welcome to call us on Monday at the same number, 215-227-2727. Angel, thanks for calling and being a part of our show today, dear.
Thank you. Can I ask my other two real quick or no?
No, we are done, baby.
Call him after the show.
Call next week.
Email him.
Yeah.
Email, that's the best.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
They used to have a 1-question rule. Now we got a 2-question rule, and they want 4 questions.
Leniency. You give people a rope.
Yeah. All right. We're all out of time, guys. Thanks for participating this week. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Be safe. Take care.
Good show.
Okay. YouTube-ish. We're in the closing argument phase of our show.
I want you
all about you
to what's the word I want to use? His broad painting with the brush of marijuana users has got to be a drink. Keenan, you, sir, tell him. Explain to him.
Keenan said he got his best grades after he started smoking.
All right, Keenan.
So he's on the record. He's a smoking fave.
Keenan is a well-respected man in his community.
Yes.
A hard-working man in a medical profession.
Well, let me ask you. So, is there nothing that you could do in life that you would say, I'm not going to smoke before I do that?
You know the truth?
Yes.
No.
See, that's called authenticity, brother.
I mean, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I'm one of those guys when I was playing ball.
So
oh, my God, I'm Michael Jordan.
Okay, so there's...
When I'm working out.
I think, and so if I have a prejudice, and if I'm painting with a broad brush, my broad brush is that marijuana is similar to alcohol. It affects and impairs your ability to function in many ways, and it should only be used when
medically necessary.
Like driving, if I used marijuana and drove, I would not be driving as safely and as
maybe.
Not maybe, for sure.
I will say,
sure.
You have never heard.
I might
this
stop
term.
at a traffic light, and the light goes from red to green, and I'm like just chilling at the traffic light, and maybe 2 or 3 traffic lights go by before I realize that I'm in the world and shit is happening around me.
That is an extreme high.
That is an extreme high?
That's an extreme high.
Term
wow.
Beer muscles associated with marijuana. No one gets aggressive under the influence of marijuana.
Oh, I'm not saying...
but that's part of what you think that folks under the influence will be driving and they'll just be spacing and not thinking.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it's totally different.
Okay. I think maybe
maybe
you've developed a tolerance. Like if you smoked one of those Cheech and Chong, sticks, like. And it was really the best stuff and it was billowing smoke. And then I put you behind the wheel of a car. Do not tell me you're going to drive that car as well as...
I'm going to tell you that.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to tell you that.
I got to do a test.
I'm going to tell you that.
Well, I think that's the problem. There is no test.
Yeah.
There you go. That's where we began.
So basically, all they're going to do is, I guess, do the same type of test.
I think you'd be surprised. I think you'd be surprised.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be... I'm not saying if you just had like a couple tokes off of your morning's smoke and then put it down, that you would be affected. Okay, you may have enough tolerance that little bit actually sharpens you. I'm saying there has to be a line that you could smoke beyond which you are stupid at that point, okay? You can't tell me that you can't smoke enough to get stupid?
You can.
I'm sure with anything, moderation is always the key.
Okay.
Abuse of anything can lead to that.
Okay. And everybody's line is different based on your prior use.
But you said something again. This quantitative measurement doesn't exist.
Yes.
There's a reason for that because there's nothing that says, well, this probably led to that. Marijuana led to that. There's nothing that says that. There's just no study that says this.
And do you know why that is?
You
know why that is?
Why?
Because marijuana was Scheduled 1 drug forever, same as heroin, and universities, for the most part, could not test using marijuana because of its schedule. It has now been downgraded, and just now, you will see research departments engage in meaningful research with marijuana, but we're way behind, so it's going to take years. We're going to get there.
I think you'll find that there are more people who are at risk who are using these pharmaceutical drugs.
Oh, for sure. Listen, I'm a big advocate of marijuana used medicinally for people instead of opioids. I mean, there's no doubt that marijuana is less addictive and less dangerous.
It's not a gateway drug. It's been proven. The cigarettes are the gateway drug.
Yeah.
So, but what you're saying has to happen. When it happens, though, there'll be a cost. There's going to be some type of cost. Something's going to happen to make the cost fluctuate. I'm sure once it gets measured this way, once it's on the radar and they can go, okay, yeah, this leads to this or that.
No, just that you're over the line. You should not be operating an automobile with this level
this is about gun ownership.
Oh, gun ownership.
This is what started it.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. You can drink legally, right? It's a legal substance, but you could get drunk, 5 nights a week, but still own a gun.
Who doesn't? After work, where's everybody going to get a drink, right? And they got guns at home. Why is that not different?
Right. But now, I think some laws are written that if you're a habitual drunkard, in other words, if you're an alcoholic, if you've stepped over that line, if you don't know how to have one and be done.
That's a good question. Are alcoholics banned from owning a gun?
Yes, I think if you read the statute, it would say that if you suffer from drug addiction, which alcoholism is a form of drug addiction, you cannot own a gun in Pennsylvania. Okay. And yeah, so
I just don't see marijuana users as being aggressive gun people. I just don't see that.
Well, I don't know that it's aggressive.
Not aggressive at all.
I think it might be go back to my stupid comment.
It's not hallucinogenic. It's not.
Back to the stupid comment is: will you
your reflexes are slow
in a safe fashion if you're under the influence?
Right, your reflexes
if you're
may be slow.
habitually under the influence.
Right.
I'm just telling you, as there needs to be a line for different folks.
Well,
it affects people differently. I've never heard of anyone.
There's a lot of testing that's going to happen.
Going to have to happen.
And research, and you are the perfect guinea pig for this research. You offer yourself up.
Will be the spokesperson.
You offer yourself up to any university who needs you to get high.
Please, call me and my friends.
All right. Anything last comments from the Tubish? There's what is that? Pandora? No, not Pandora. What's the P word that you can
Patreon.
Make Patreon? Thank you. See, she knows me. Patreon. Can we monetize the closing arguments with Patreon, and then I take you all along with me in my real life.
I like that idea.
We go driving and things.
In your car.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just kidding.
Are we going on the boat? The boat.
The boat.
Boat.
This summer.
Can we do a show from the boat? No, I'm kidding.
We could do a YouTube from the boat.
Can we?
We can. Of course we can.
YouTube from the boat.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll need Carly with us.
Absolutely. Carly, you want to come in the boat?
I would love to.
Can you swim?
Yeah. Okay. I'm a good swimmer.
All right.
But no, Keenan was just saying that now there's actually questions on the form when purchasing a gun in PA that specifically asks about marijuana usage.
Yes, that will have to come off the form after this Supreme Court case. The states are going to have to rejigger their laws with regard to this issue, because the Supreme Court has said a general ban for marijuana users not to own guns is illegal. So if our laws are now in conflict with that Supreme Court case, the laws must change. And we'll see that.
Overreach, I think the problem in America is this is something that we don't make the best. We don't make the best marijuana. You don't grow the best marijuana in America. And
where is the best marijuana grown? May I ask? Thailand.
See, that Thai stick is some good stuff.
Thai stick. Okay. I could go somewhere with
folks,
that. But,
most folks would think Jamaica, which is fair, but it's
don't they have lady boys there too?
I'm sorry?
What?
In Jamaica?
In Thailand.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, they have.
They don't have that in Jamaica. Trust they don't tolerate that.
Well, it might have something to do with the Thai stick. So we're going to leave the show now with that hanging in the air, and I will see you guys back here next week. Peace out.
Bye-bye, everybody. Are we done?